Hey, check it out, bro. We are live here on Facebook. We're also live over on TikTok. If any of you are TikTokers, we're learning. We're learning something new here in hashtag Rise and Grind land. My name is Glenn Lundy, husband to one, father to nine. That's right, I got 9 beautiful babies. I said it. Father to 9, and I'm the host of this crazy show called hashtag Rise and Grind, where I go live at 5:30 in the morning, Monday through Friday, bringing you motivation, education, and inspiration. And the crazy thing is we've done this over 2,000 times since January of 2018. Now, what we hadn't done that whole time is we hadn't been going live on TikTok. We probably should have been. Probably should have been going live on TikTok the entire time as well as going live on Facebook. But now we're learning. Now we're learning at 48 years old. I'm learning that going live on TikTok can give us an opportunity to gamify and do some crazy things over there. It also gives us an opportunity to reach more people, connect with more people, so on and so forth. So we are going to dive into today's episode of hashtag Rise and Grind. If you are watching on Facebook, let's go. You get the full production. You get the full experience. If you're listening to the podcast, let's go. I love that you're a podcast listener. I love listening to podcasts myself. Diary of CEO is one of my favorite podcasts. Sean Ryan is a great podcaster that I like listening to right now as well. And there are a few others. I accidentally got caught up in the Candace Owens podcast thing like 2 months ago. I ended up stuck down that rabbit hole, but I have broken free. Just so everyone knows, you don't have to worry about me anymore. I was able to get out of that loop. But for those of you listening on the podcast, I love it. I love that you're listening on the podcast. Those of you that watch on replay, you're my favorite people. 99% of you watch this show on replay. It's only the crazy ones that actually catch this show live. That's what I'm learning. Crazy people only right around here. So if you're one of the crazy ones, don't tell the other ones, but you're actually my favorite. And I'm so grateful you're here. Let's dive into today's episode of hashtag Rise and Grind. Good morning and welcome to the #1 morning show in America. I am your host, Glenn Lundy, husband to 1, father to 9, author, speaker, and the founder of 800%.life. It's 5:30 a.m. and it's time to rise and grind. Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? Dude, today is Thursday. That's right, today is Thursday, April 9th, 2026. Thursday, April 9th, 2026. And what's crazy, besides the people that are on here live with me, what's crazy is that today is the very first and the very last time it'll ever be. First and last time it'll ever be Thursday, April 9th, 2026. So I want to make sure we make the absolute most, and I do mean the absolute most of this absolutely incredible day. This camera got knocked. There we go. We got to fix that. There we go. That's better. Coming to you live from Lexington, Kentucky. I'm right here in the Rise and Grind studios, where yesterday my dear friend, Miss Liza Myers-Borges, came to visit us and to educate and teach our teenage entrepreneur class that we had going on. Also, my friend Adam Marburger, he too flew in to teach and educate the teenagers in our class. It was amazing. It was truly amazing yesterday. We've got these kids that are just learning business, that are wanting to, they choose to be here, right? This is not some required class that they have to participate. They choose to be here. They get rides. They show up on Wednesdays. We feed them a little bit of lunch, and then we teach them lessons on business, things they never would have learned in like regular school or anywhere else unless maybe their parents were business owners. And so here comes Liza, who is, owner of 26 car dealerships, one of the top, if not the largest female owner in the car business. She's got a family legacy with over 100 years in business. And here she is. What's up, Nate Forrest? How you doing, Sean Weatherby? And here she is pouring into these kids teaching them what it takes to run a business and to stay in business for 100+ years. Imagine if you would have gotten that lesson when you were 15 years old, 16 years old, 17 years old. And then Adam Marburger comes behind, and he is teaching the lessons.
I knew in 1 year I didn't want to self-harm.
Yeah, okay, that's not too loud. He's teaching these kids lessons that he's learned along the way, lessons that he learned building multiple businesses, the mistakes that he made, being authentic and transparent, so on and so forth, right? And he's sharing the 10 things that he didn't learn in school that he wishes that he would have, that have helped him in business. And I'm just like, oh my goodness, dude. Not only do I have the coolest friends, right? Not only do I have the coolest friends that are willing to jump on planes, travel in, travel out, invest the time, take time, effort, energy away from what they've got going on to come pour into these this small group of kids. Not only do I have amazing friends that are willing to do that, but the potential that these kids have, man. Like, that's what gets me. They have their whole life in front of them, and you and I do too. But if all goes the way that it's supposed to go, they've got more years than we do. If everything goes the way that it's supposed to go, the potential that they have it's even more expansive than what you and I have. We can make our impact and we can make our ripple effect, and we're going to do it. I got another 80 years at this thing. 70 years, 70. Oh, yeah, 72, let's just say, right? Is that right? If I'm 48 and I'm going to live to 120, that's 72. I got another 72 years at this jam, right? These kids got another 100. And they haven't started anything yet. They haven't screwed up anything yet. They haven't burnt a bridge yet. Like, it's just so expansive, the potential. And so for Liza to pour into them, for Adam to pour into them, even if they just take away one thing, man, that is absolutely impactful in their lives forever, the ripple effect is enormous. The compound effect is enormous. So thank you, Liza. Thank you, Adam, so much. You guys are incredible. And thank you for everyone that's here, whether you're watching on TikTok or the podcast or you're watching on Facebook or so on and so forth. It's because you've been showing up that I show up. And because I show up, I make good friends. And because I have good friends, we're able to make an impact on these kids. So you play a part in this as well. Even if you weren't here in that classroom, Mary Lynn and Wes and Joan and so on and so forth, you play a part as well. And I greatly appreciate you. I've got a quick little video that I want to run to kind of get you jacked up. I'm going to play you a little bit of a video, and then we're going to continue this week's series talking about rising up. Let's go. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to hear this video on TikTok or not. They have to go to Facebook and check it out.
Success, guys, a very, very lonely road, man. Very few people are willing to endure pain, sacrifice, and diligence to be successful. It's an uphill battle. Along that road, you're not going to see too many friends. You'll see your shadow most often. You got trust in the heart of hearts. Inside what you're doing, what you believe in, is a worthy cause of winning the fight. See, the thing is, for many people, they've tried the same path you're on, and they failed. As you walk this journey, you're going to see carcasses all over the place of people that didn't quite have it. It should inspire you. You got further than that person. You're not looking to get further, you're looking to finish. How do you know you're on the right path? Where do you go to ensure that? Success. Many people success makes them feel insufficient in their current endeavor. Reminds them of where they could have done it if they came up short and how they didn't revisit it. Where they went at it and failed, and failure was good, never revisited it again. The difference between a winner and a loser Failure's there every single time. This is the winner gets back up and does it again. It does it again. Until it goes his way. So now you're down that path and you're all alone. How do you know you're in the right? It's not the title that makes you, it's not the success that makes you. The character defines success, defines the thing, and it starts right there. Championships aren't won in the theater of the arena. They're won in the thousands of hours in the training room, in the labs, in 5 a.m. runs, when it's raining, when everyone else is sleeping. That's when it's won. The heart of a champion is a light switch that's always on. It doesn't go on and off when someone's watching. It's constant. It's how you look at something. If your name's attached to it, that you do it right, the best of your ability every single time.
Some of you were soft, but you were born in the dark, and now you're soft. Every time you come up to a challenge, you quit, you surrender, you give up, you give in. Every single thing I go through, I remember I was homeless, and I draw from it. Every single time I'm going through pain, I remember that I've gone through pain since I was a kid. I draw from it, recycle this pain. And the last man,
they didn't call me man. Told me it was over. But I've been deaf since I was 3. So I didn't listen.
get something from it. You already in pain. Use it. Do something with it. Allow it to take you to the next level. Allow your pain to push you crazy. Some of you, your success will mess you up. You so successful now, you soft. Your success has not benefited you. You've not grown as a result of being successful. You've lost your bite. You're not hungry anymore. Your success is damaging you. Are you hearing me? Some of you have been knocked out by life. And you got up and saw the blood. He hit me. Sometimes in life, you have to hit back. It's not always going to be easy. They're not going to give it to you. They're not going to give you success. They're not going to put it on the platter. But if you're willing to work for it, if you're willing to put the sweat, the blood, the tears, if you're willing to earn it, they don't give away business. They're never on sale.
It's never on sale, man. It is never on sale. In order for us to rise up, there's some things that we got to do in the dark, the things we got to do behind closed scenes, the things that we're not going to get celebrated for, that we're not going to get the accolades for. There are things that we have got to do, things that we have to put to death, pieces of us we have to leave behind. We have been in this series called Rise Up all week. It's been a powerful series for me and hopefully a powerful series for you. We're going to continue that today because there's one more thing. There's actually a lot more things, but one more thing we're going to talk about this week. There's one more thing that we have got to put to death. Now, why are we talking about death when we talk about rising up? Well, earlier in the week, we looked up the definition of the word resurrection, and in either definition, a rising requires the death to something else, right? Resurrection, by definition, the action or fact of restoring a dead person to life or being restored to life. And then it also is defined as the revitalization or revival of something. Well, you can't revitalize something unless it's been put to death. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm in the gym trying to tap the screen. If you guys are here, if you hear a guy falling off the treadmill, just keep tapping. All right, keep tapping. Hey, yeah, you guys on TikTok, we need your help. We're getting close. We're getting close to our goal for today. So the rising, we got to have a death to one thing in order for us to have a rising in another area. And so we're going to talk about putting something else to death today. Before we do, though, you know what we got to do on this show. Now, I think I made a bunch of different, I don't know if you guys have heard this one yet.
Check the blueprint. It ain't about the mountain, it's about the steady hand. Foundation is king, solid. Mind stay focused, every single day is a test. Clocking in the labor, while the others wanna rest. One step, one motion, put the weight on the frame. Structure of a titan, yeah, I'm building the name. It's the ritual, the visual, the logic is sound. Steady rising up from the cracks in the ground. Keep it consistent, yeah, the rhythm is tight. Locking it in, working deep in the night, working deep in the night.
Come on. Yeah, let's go. Oh, man, let's go. That was a jam right there. For those of you that know, those of you that don't know, this is the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. That's right, I need you to hit that share button because I believe if we can change the way people start their day, it'll make a massive impact on this planet. I truly believe that. And sometimes all it takes to change the way somebody starts their day is for you, yes, you, to hit that share button. This is also the part of the show where I want to say good morning to you, and I want you to say good morning to me. Whether you're watching this show live, or you're watching on replay, or you're listening to the podcast, or you're watching over on TikTok, or whatever. Maybe you're on YouTube. Say what's up, and I will say what's up back. Good morning, Maria Lind. Thank you for being here. Trish, thank you for liking it up over on TikTok. Thank you for dropping the roses and the whatever things that is. I think that looks like a shrimp or something. Oh, no, it's a finger heart. Finger hearts and hand heart. I'm sorry, I thought it was a shrimp. My bad. Thanks for sending that. Spencer Nicholson, good morning to you. Thank you for being here. I greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate it. Danielle Baldwin, good morning. Luis Grafton Nonice, good morning. Mike Larkin, good morning to you. Sean Weatherby, what up, what up, what up, what up? Wes Storm is in the building. Mike Rendine is in the building. My friend Heather Parody is in the building watching on replay. She's always catching the replay. My mom is watching the replay. Kathy Camacho is watching the replay. There's a bunch of you over on the replay. I should probably write down some names. Beth Lucchese, thank you for being here this morning. I greatly appreciate it. Wendy Reeves is in the building. Glendina Green is in the building. All my friends over there on Clubhouse in the Breakfast with Champions room. You guys always showing up. Thank you so much for being here. I greatly appreciate it. Tanya Colquhoun is in the building. Nathaniel Banks bouncing around the Cuba Gooding Jr. as if, yeah, Nathaniel Banks. I actually just watched that movie recently over at my mom's house. Marlon Michelle is in the building. Angela Hastings in the building. Let's go. Malika Star-Terry is up in here. Michael Barrett is up in the building today. There's a name that keeps popping. Judy. Darn it, keeps popping up that I know is watching the show on replay. But good morning, all you replay viewers. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. I really, really, really appreciate it. I made a bunch of songs around the word brick, and it's been fun this week listening to them. I think that one right there, though, that one right there is top notch right there, dude. That is a dope song right there. I like that song. Brick, let's go. You know what I'm talking about? Will Frankel. Will, what's up, Will? Great to see you, man. Haven't seen you in a while. It is freaking great to see you here. Thanks for being here. Real quick, we have a sales workshop. If you go to 800%.life/events, 800%.life/events, this is a free 2-day sales workshop, May 19th and 20th, Lexington, Kentucky. It is 9 to 3 both days. If you're in sales, want to learn about sales, or lead people that are in sales, send them my way, or you need to show up. May 19th and 20th, free workshop. Make sure you come join us. It's going to be amazing. That's the best one this week. I think so too, Malika. It's good. It's good. And also, if you could support us, we are trying to do some things and expand over on TikTok. And so if you're a TikToker, if you want to jump in there, and we're at 27,600 likes. We're supposed to get to 40,000 likes by the end of this live. So we've got about 12,000 likes we need to go. And if you're a TikToker, we could use all the help that we can get. Apparently there's these goals that we have to hit and so on and so forth that unlocks things, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, enough about that. Let's go. So listen, this weekend I had one of those moments. I don't know if you've ever had a moment like this before, but I had one of those moments. It was nothing crazy. It was just normal, just kind of sitting there scrolling, at the house. Kids are kind of running around in the background, doing a little bit of scrolling. I'm trying to figure out this TikTok thing, so on and so forth. I'm checking my messages. I'm checking my emails, right? I'm thinking about different things that I've got that I'm working on. We're working on taking 800% to a new level. We just onboarded 16 new dealerships in the last month, and working on making sure that all of them are getting the things that they need, and we're moving the needle for their organizations and so on and so forth, right? I'm just kind of in one of those things where I'm doing all of those things, right? And I went to reply to somebody's comment, and I hesitated. And for some reason, all of a sudden, there was just this awareness, I caught myself, right? Do you ever catch yourself, you're mid-thought, or you're getting ready to type something out, maybe you're getting ready to send an email, maybe you're getting ready to say, jump onto a phone call or whatever, but do you ever catch yourself and you're like, I should probably not say that, or I should probably wait to do that, or I should probably, because I was just kind of I kind of hesitated, right? And in that moment, I realized, dude, I'm holding back. Not because of what I was saying was bad or anything like that, but because I was sitting there, I was literally thinking about, how is this going to be received? How is this going to land, right? How are they going to read it? How are they going to see it? How is it going to be received by them? And here's the thing, though. It wasn't like a loud thing. It wasn't like this big, obvious, dramatic moment or anything like that. It was just this little subtle thing. But it was enough to slow me down. And I sat there for a second and I thought about it. And I was like, I wonder how many times I do this in my life without even realizing it. Not just with a message that I'm getting ready to send someone, but in all of my conversations, in all of my decisions. Whenever opportunity knocks on my door, how many times do I pull back just a little bit to make sure that everything and everybody else stays comfortable? And and it hit me, and I was like, bro, I probably do this a lot. I do. I probably do this a lot, especially with my show, and everybody's got a seat at the table, and we don't take sides on this show, and everyone's welcome, and all of those things, especially with me kind of having that kind of heartbeat, being a bridge type person. There's got to be a lot of times where I'm like, oof, yeah, and I pull back just a little bit. Just a little bit, right? And I was thinking about it, and I was like, man, I wonder how many of my friends are the same way. It's not like that we're stuck and that we can't take action or make a decision. It's not that we're incapable of saying what we want to say. It's just ever so slightly restrained, holding back just a tiny little bit, right? To the point where we don't even really notice we're doing it. You know what I mean? We don't even notice it anymore. It's just become normal, right? I've gotten used to it. You get used to saying things like, well, I'll wait and maybe do that a little bit later, or I'll think about it. Like basically, here's what I'm trying to say. Those little hesitations, whatever, however they come across as like I think about it, or I'll do it later, or procrastination, or whatever words you want to use, or maybe I shouldn't say that, or so on and so forth. Those little tiny hesitations, they're basically like a little filter that's running in the background of my mind. And here's what it's really saying. What are they going to think? That's what it's really saying. What are they going to think if I take this action? What are they going to think if I say these words? What are they going to think if I do this, don't do that, write this, don't write that, post this, don't post that? What are they going to think? And it's not even conscious. It's just like always there. And so I started thinking about that, and I was thinking about my life, and I was writing out the show for this week. And interestingly enough, when I look back, I can point to moments in my life where everything changed, and almost every single one of those moments had something in common. They were really uncomfortable, and they definitely were not approved by everybody. That is for sure. The biggest moments in my life, super uncomfortable, and not everyone agreed. Not everyone aligned. When I decided to leave my job over at Dan Cummins, when I decided to walk away, when I was the face of the dealership, when my wife was pregnant with our sixth kid, I think it was, when 9 months pregnant with our sixth kid, 6, 7, 8, seventh kid, when I was making, great money, and I was the face of the dealership, and I had built the career, and I had done the thing. When I left that place and made that decision, everybody thought I was an absolute freaking lunatic. Nobody agreed. Nobody aligned. It was super uncomfortable. And man, what a game changer that was for me. When I look back, the biggest shifts in my life were the moments where people didn't get it. Just didn't get it. I don't get it, Glenn, and that's cool. When I started doing this show, 5:30 in the morning, every single day, talking to a camera, people thought I was freaking lunatic. They thought I was crazy. What the heck are you doing, bro? 5:30 a.m. Monday through Friday, it's not sustainable. You getting up at 3:50 a.m. work and sleeping 4 hours and 20 minutes, it's not sustainable. You can't do it. It's not healthy. You shouldn't. Maybe you just do once a week. Maybe you do 7:30. Maybe you do a different time. Maybe you do different time zones. Maybe you do like so many. Like everybody just thought it was crazy, bro. Because nobody else had done it. Nobody else was doing it. The decisions I've made with 800% Club, instead of going into sales training, I was like, no, we're not going to do sales training. We're going to work with owners and GMs, and we're going to train the leaders. We're going to teach the leaders how to better lead. And if we start at the top, it'll trickle its way to the bottom. Whole new market. Never been done in this manner, in this way, bringing owners of car dealerships together from different makes and different models and different brands and different shapes and different sizes from all over the United States and Canada, having them on live Zoom calls, asking them questions, them asking me questions, putting the owners and the GMs in a training platform, not just the salespeople. Hadn't been done it. And people were like, dude, no, just go the sales route or just go do in-store consults. They'll pay you 10 grand a day. It's much easier. But I was like, no, bro. And every single time I had to make a choice. Every single time I had to make a choice to either stay where I was understood or step into something that feels more like me, even if it doesn't make sense to anybody else. And I'm telling you, that little space right there, where you decide to step in the space that feels more like you, that nobody else understands, that nobody else is comfortable with, that space between who people expect you to be and who you know you're capable of becoming. That's the tension. That's the moment. And that's where your rising up actually lives. It's not in the hype. It's not in the beginning. It's right there in that little decision. And most people don't make the move. Most people don't make the move, not because they don't have what it takes, but because they're staying where they are keeps everything else intact. If you stay right where you are, your relationships will stay the same. If you stay right where you are, your conversations will stay the same. If you stay right where you are, your expectations will stay the same. If you stay right where you are, everything stays predictable. But guess what? Growth asks for something different. Growth says, yo, come this way. But understand, not everything is coming with you, and not everybody is coming with you. And see, that's the part that nobody likes, because we love people and we value connection. We want to be understood. And once we find someone that does understand us, once we find that comfortable space, we want to stay there, bro. I get it. I want to stay there. I do. But at some point, dude, at some point I had to decide. And at some point you have to decide. I am going to live a life that is fully expressed. Not a life that is fully accepted. Because those two things don't always align. And I'm not saying you go burn bridges. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying you go quit on your dream or quit on your job or quit on your spouse or quit on your kids. Like, I'm not saying any of those things. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that. Here's what I'm saying. This is about those little moments where you feel yourself starting to shrink a little bit, where you hesitate. Those little moments where you edit what you're about to say, not for some positive reason because I'm in a room with teenagers and I want to make sure not to say a cuss word. No, you edit what you're about to say because you're afraid of what someone's going to think about you. Or you're afraid you hesitate on being who you know you are to be, or you hesitate on what you were about to do because you're afraid of what someone's going to say, do, think about you. So instead, what you end up doing because you're afraid is instead you take one step forward. You don't take a leap. You don't take a massive jump. You just kind of take like a little tiny step. And then after you take that little tiny step, you maybe take 2 steps back, and 1 tiny step forward and 2 steps back is not going to get you where you need to go. So listen, I'm going to challenge you to start saying the thing. The thing that you're not saying, I want you to start saying it. That call that you're not making, I want you to make that call. Make the call. That thing that you haven't started that you know you need to start, like start that thing. Start that thing. Quit waiting for everyone else to get on board. Start the thing. And yeah, dude, it's going to feel weird and it's going to feel unfamiliar. And that's like the whole point, because every time you do that, every time you start something, you're not losing anything. You're rising up. And it may not work out the way that you think it's going to be, or there may be some people that don't rise up with you, but you're rising up. You're moving in the right direction. And here's the crazy part. The more you start doing that, the more free you feel, because you're no longer managing perception. You're just simply living on purpose. And that right there, folks, that's what rising up really means. It means living in your full best expression of yourself. So as you move through today, you're going to notice it. You're going to notice the moments where you almost hold back. And instead of holding back, I just want you to lean in. Just a little bit. Just lean in. Because the version of you on the other side of the step, that's the best version. That's the best version. And I believe that you and I are children of God, the God of the universe, the God that made everything. And that God made you and I to be the best versions of ourselves we can possibly be. Not average versions, not a little bit below average, not a little bit above, but the absolute best versions of ourselves that we can possibly be. So today, this week, this month, this year, I'm going to challenge you. Lean in. Every time you catch yourself hesitating, lean in. Every time those words, maybe I'll do it next time. No, do it now. Yeah, but so-and-so, I don't care about so-and-so right now. I'm worried about you. My name is Glenn, and I'm your friend, and I'm telling you, man, I have like two circles. I have two circles of people around me. I have circles of people around me that are doing powerful, amazing, incredible things with their lives. Many of them have been flying in here to pour into these teenagers over the last 7 weeks, and I have been so inspired by them. And then I have circles of friends that are talking about all the amazing things they can do. I have a circle of friends that they're kind of just like they're hiding back a little bit. They're not fully stepping into and embracing how incredible and impactful they are. And so if whichever side you're on, like, let's go. New levels. If you're already out there you're doing all the things, then do more of it. Express yourself even more. I need to see more of you. The world needs more of you. If you're on the other side where you're hesitating, today's the day. Glenn Lundy, your friend Glenn, gives you permission. Permission to be you. You have my permission to be you, authentically, fully. And I'm going to love you. Maybe there's other people around you that ain't going to love you. I'm going to love you. I'm going to love you even more. If you don't look like me and you don't walk like me and you don't talk like me and you don't agree with me and you don't see the world the way that I see it and you're authentically you, I will love you freaking more, I promise. The reason my friend Heather Parody and I get on a call every single week is because we see the world completely differently. That's why she's one of my freaking dopest friends, because she doesn't hesitate to say what it is she really feels and believes. She doesn't care what I think when it comes to her opinions on the world. She cares about me as a human, and I care about her. But she's raw and unfiltered, and it's refreshing. Golly, it's so refreshing. So listen, I know I've kind of dragged this out a little bit further than I meant to. But I'm telling you, man, there is opportunity for you on the other side. You just got to freaking lean in. It's uncomfortable. I get it. But do you, boo. All right? I got a bunch of comments in here. Make sure. Okay, good. If you're allowing yourself to be led by the Holy Spirit and you feel in your spirit you're moving in the right direction, then you should. That's right. Step into the space that feels most like you. I like that. I should have made a move 10 years ago. Some of us, I think many of us can say that we feel that way at times. A lot of committee courage and capability. The part that hurts the most, even Abraham had to leave his family. Yeah. Fear will cancel out progress every single time. It will indeed. All right, let's go. All right, hey, that's today's episode. I'll be back tomorrow morning, 5:30 a.m. It looks like over on TikTok, we're close to our goal. We were supposed to get to 40,000 likes, and we're at 33,600 likes. So for those of you that are on TikTok, or maybe you were watching on Facebook, if you have a TikTok, go to TikTok, look up Glenn Lundy 800. Glenn Lundy 800. I'll stay live over there for like 5 more minutes so that we can try to hit the goal. All right, but I'm going to get out of here over here on the Facebook side and the YouTube side and the podcast side. I love you guys. Thank you, Tanya. And I'm going to go hang out in Clubhouse. I'm going to go hang out in Clubhouse and in the Breakfast with Champions room. And if you're over there, I'll see you over there. All right, cool. Have a great day. See you.
One step, one motion. Put the weight on the frame. Structure of a titan, yeah, I'm building the name. It's the ritual, the visual, the logic is sound. Steady rising up from the cracks in the ground. Keep it consistent, yeah, the rhythm is tight. Locking it in. Working deep in the night, working deep in the night.